A BYU TV special 100 seasons of BYU football continues live, and now we dare enter into the decade of the 90s and do so with a couple of All-American tight ends. They are Chris Smith and Chad Lewis with us on stage. Gentlemen, great to have you with us on the program tonight.
So good to be here. So good to be a part of this whole BYU family. Can't even believe it.
We were saying during the break, it's such a unique group, and just the bonds that have been formed through battle and through ups and downs. Chad, how do you sum up to somebody when they say, hey, what was it like to play football at BYU?
Oh, my gosh. To represent BYU, to represent our faith, to represent our families, it meant everything. To run out the field with a Y on my helmet and my chest, with my teammates, with my coaches, here at home and then on the road, you know, when it was in enemy territory, nothing prouder. Just felt so good. Loved it.
Chris, same question for you. What was it like to play tight end at BYU and put on the stretch Y and do that at Lavrll Edwards Stadium?
Wearing that stretch Y, that's a good question. There's something about when you run out and there's 65 crazy Mormons yelling your name.
65,000.
65,000. They're crazy. They love this game. And I remember one game, I am literally just standing on the field, and I'm just watching what's going on. And Ty had to slap me on my helmet and say, are you playing this game or not? And I'm going, this is amazing. It is.
Amazing.
Well, both of you are part of a significant elite tradition of the tight end position at BYU. So as you think about all of the tight ends that have played at such a high level, I mean, the list is really, really long. And I'm not even going to dare enter into it because we don't have enough time to talk about all the guys. But to be considered two of the greatest of that position group, what does that mean to you, Chad?
I could talk about every one of them, from Clay Brown, Gordon Hudson, Chris Smith, Dave Mills, and they just keep going. So
Dennis Pitta.
Yeah, Dennis Pitta. I played with Tulamili for 3 years, and there was a period there where a couple games we weren't getting a lot of passes. And Patty Edwards went to Lavrll and said, Lavrll, you need to start throwing to the tight end more. I was like, Patty, I love you. She's been my hero ever since. I love her.
It worked out for sure. And this goes back into the 70s. I mean, Gary Scheide was throwing touchdown passes to the great Brian Billick, for crying out loud. Like, this is just such a long tradition of great tight ends. But, Chris, you got to play in large part with the Heisman Trophy winner. How much of the Heisman Trophy do you deserve for what you did for Ty Detmer?
Well, if you talk to Ty did say I deserve it. He did. In Hawaii, I'm sitting there going, we won it. And he looked at me and goes, you won it, Chris. No, wait. I woke up from that dream. I love Ty. He was an amazing quarterback. He was. I was very proud to be a part of a receiving corps of the Andy Boyces, the Nybergs, the Chris Smiths, the Matt Bellinis. We had just a wonderful group of receivers. Of course, as far as the tight end, yeah, I was the best at the time. I was. But we had great tight ends before. We had amazing tight ends afterwards. We will continue to have amazing tight ends. This program is built, one, by quarterbacks, two, by tight ends, right? That's right.
Well, we're the great janitor. Like, we clean everything up. And we've had the greatest string of quarterbacks in the history of college football. And it was our opportunity to be the janitor for them and to help be a catalyst for this amazing BYU offense. And so for us to be that little cog, which is an important cog in BYU football, but to be a part of that, to be a tight end, means something really special.
Chad, I knew you were unique, and I learned this from you about 7 or 8 years ago when you asked me to find a clip at KSL. You said, hey, do you have any footage of the post game of the Utah-BYU game from 1993? And I'm bringing this up not because the Utes won the game, but because their fans were trying to tear down the goalpost at then Cougar Stadium, now Lavrll Edwards Stadium, and out comes this freshman, Chad Lewis, who's ready to take on every single one of those fans. Why did you feel so strongly that you needed to do that and you need to be the guy to lead out in that way?
Shoot, I grew up with 4 brothers that were amazing, that taught me to stand for something or fall for anything. And it was just the most unique thing to see the Utah players on our goalpost, and that was just too much. And I put on my helmet and I ran into them, And it was after I ran into him that I thought, oh boy, this is going to be a little bit crazy. And Claude Bassett was our linebacker coach. He grabbed me the next Monday at practice. He had a big cherry on his cheek because one of their players punched him in the face. And he said, I just want you to know, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen at BYU. So that was my favorite play that whole season, even though, jumped over someone later in that year. That defending our goalpost meant something to me.
Oh, great stuff. Chris, Chad was the guy that leaped over everybody. So, hey, yeah. That deserves a hearty applause. He was Leaping Lewis. Okay, so if we had to give you a nickname retroactively, what should we give to you?
Oh, that's a good question. I never jumped over anybody. I didn't have to. I just ran past people. It just seemed easier. Back in the day, I was fast, but now I'm old. I've got Johnson in both my knees. They're my best friends. Love having my knee replacements. But no, even though he had the golden boy of Ty Detmer, I was like his stepchild, because whenever he's in trouble, he just felt like he could just throw it up somewhere, and I'd just go catch it. He did that against Colorado State. He did that against Utah.
That's our job. That's our
job, right? Our job is to make the quarterback look good. I think Chad and I and Dennis and Gordon Hudson and all the other great tight ends out there, we did make the quarterbacks look good. So, Bosco, you owe your tight end a cheeseburger or something. and Matt, sorry, Mark, I know you owe yours guys some cheeseburgers as well.
Sure. And frankly, I think Todd Christensen was technically a fullback, right? But can we call him a tight end? Can we?
Nope. No.
I'm calling him a tight end. That guy helped me get into the pros. I love that dude.
No, because at the time, that's a disrespect to Kalani Sitake, right? The fullbacks are that unsung hero that they don't even exist right now in the offense. But, Todd Christian was a great fullback. He's not one of us. Sorry. Great pro, by the way. Great pro.
Now, Chris, I think it's fitting you're wearing Captain America socks because, correct me if I'm wrong, in your mind, Captain America is Lavrll Edwards, is he not?
I love that, man. I really do. And while I'm here, I'm going to give a shout out to Patty. I love you. I do. She's a wonderful woman. I'm getting emotional because that's how wonderful she is. But I remember Lavrll, and Kurt Cobain talked about this. He talked about respect. And so here I am as a stupid freshman. I have never played tight end before in my life. I was a wide receiver in high school. I was a quarterback in high school. I went to the University of Arizona. I was a wide receiver. After my mission, somehow I ended up at BYU. They never recruited me. I just showed up on the doorstep. They went, okay. So I'm having a hard time blocking, and Coach French is yelling at me. And me being me, I bit back. Oh, no. Lavrll did not have that at all. Oh, he came after me, and he grabbed me, and he yelled. In fact, I was at a golf tournament with him, and he said he's only thrown 2 players out ever of a practice. And one was McMahon, and the other is Chris Smith. So he threw me out of the practice field, and I'm going, what? And he said, get off my field and don't ever come back. And I really thought I was done. I really did. I thought I was done. Next day, next practice, he didn't care, just da-da-da-da. But we were playing against Navy, and I had a horrible game. I did. It was terrible. Well, actually, not a game. It was just more of a series where Ty even slapped against the helmet. 3 plays in a row, I messed up. It was awful. One of the coaches came after me and just ripped me a new one. Just awful. And I watched Lavrll walk over to that coach, put his arm around him, whispered. About an hour later, that coach came up to me and said, you know, Chris, I'm sorry. I was wrong. And the thing that I love about Lavrll had respect. He demanded respect from his players, but he demanded his coaching staff to have respect for his players, and he demanded that respect from his players. I love the man. This is why the stadium is named after him. Not because he was a great coach. He was a great man.
Chad, we got to go to break in about 45 seconds, so I'm going to give you 15 seconds to sum up how you feel about Lavrll Edwards.
He's the greatest coach and the greatest man in the history of college football. to demonstrate that, look at his coaching tree, the people that he's put out, and then all of us players that he put out. Andy Reid is still one of his players. He's the greatest coach in the NFL, in NFL history, in my opinion. He's the embodiment of Lavrll Edwards still. So his impact still goes forward, and the way he treats you individually is what made Lavrll such a special, incredible man.